NBA scores. Suns Devin Booker scores historic 70 points in loss to Celtics. Devin Booker scored 70 points, becoming the sixth different player in NBA history to reach that total, but the Boston Celtics got 34 points from Isaiah Thomas and outlasted the Phoenix Suns 130-120 on Friday night. Booker joined Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, David Thompson, David Robinson, and Elgin Baylor as the NBA's 70-point scorers. Baylor also held the previous record against the Celtics with 64 points in Minneapolis for the Lakers on November 8, 1959. The win was Boston's third straight, and avenged its buzzer-beater loss in Phoenix earlier this month. The rematch was dominated early by the Celtics as they hit 8 three-pointers during a 37-point second quarter to grow their lead as high as 26 points. Cavaliers 112, Hornets 105. Charlotte, N.C. LeBron James had 32 points, 11 assists and 9 rebounds, and Cleveland bounced back from its worst defensive outing of the season with a win over Charlotte. Kyrie Irving added 26 points and Kevin Love had 15 points and 12 rebounds as the Cavaliers snapped Charlotte's 3-game winning streak and clinched the Central Division. Charlotte was led by Kemba Walker, who had 28 points on 5 three-pointers. Cody Zeller added 15 points and 11 rebounds. Rockets 117, Pelicans 107. Houston. James Harden scored 38 points, including 8 down the stretch, and tied a career high with 17 assists to help Houston pull away from New Orleans. The Pelicans had scored 7 points in a row, capped by a three-pointer from DeMarcus Cousins, to cut the lead to 2 with about 2 minutes left. Harden scored Houston's first points in almost 2.5 minutes after that on a driving layup to extend the lead. And after a bucket by Cousins on the other end, Harden made 3 free throws to leave the Rockets up 110-105 with about 90 seconds left. A three-pointer by Harden soon after that put it out of reach, and gave the MVP candidate a standing ovation from the home crowd. Anthony Davis had 33 points and 16 rebounds and Cousins added 29 points for the Pelicans, whose 3-game winning streak was snapped. Bucks 100, Hawks 97. Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo picked up his second straight double-double with 34 points and 13 rebounds, and Milwaukee held on to beat Atlanta. The Bucks, who have won 11 of 13 games, moved into a tie with Atlanta for 5th place in the Eastern Conference. The Hawks have lost 6 straight. Atlanta had one last chance to tie before Ersan Ilyasova missed a contested 3 from the right wing with 0.2 seconds left with fans at the Bradley Center screaming "Fear the Deer." Bucks fans are hoping their team can return to the playoffs after missing the postseason last year. Dennis Schroeder had 28 points for the Hawks. Wizards 129, Nets 108. Washington. John Wall scored 22 points despite dealing with migraine headache symptoms earlier in the day. Bradley Beal added 19 points and the Washington cruised past Brooklyn to clinch a playoff spot. Brandon Jennings had 18 points, one of 3 bench players to score in double figures as the third-place Wizards moved a game ahead of idle Toronto in the Eastern Conference. Wall and Jennings each had 9 assists as Washington won its second straight before embarking on a 5-game road trip. Justin Hamilton scored 20 points off the bench to lead the Nets a day after Brooklyn beat Phoenix 126-98 for its second-largest win of the season. Nuggets 125, Pacers 117. Indianapolis. Nikola Jokic had 31 points, 17 rebounds, and a big three-pointer to turn back a late Indiana rally, and Denver beat the Pacers. Wilson Chandler scored 12 of his 24 points in the opening quarter, and Danilo Gallinari added 21 points and 11 rebounds for the Nuggets. Jokic had 21 points and 12 rebounds by halftime, helping Denver open an 11-point lead, but Indiana staged a furious rally in the final minutes to trim a 23-point deficit to 5 before Jokic's three-pointer with 1:28 remaining. All-star forward Paul George scored 27 points for Indiana, while Jeff Teague had 21 and Miles Turner added 20. Denver made 40 of 43 free throws compared to Indiana's 8 of 11. Magic 115, Pistons 87. Orlando, FLA. Elfrid Payton had 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists in his fourth triple-double of the season. Terrence Ross scored 18 points and Orlando rooted slumping Detroit. It was another costly defeat for the Pistons, who entered the night just one game out of 8th place in the Eastern Conference and lost for the third straight time and the 6th in their last 7 games. All 5 Magic starters were in double figures to back Payton's 7th career triple-double. Nikola Vucevic and Aaron Gordon each scored 16 points and Evan Fournier had 15 in one of Orlando's most complete performances of the season. Ross, who played with 4 fouls much of the second half, was 5 for 6 from three-point range in a game Orlando led by as many as 33 points in the second half. 76 ERS 117, Bulls 107. Chicago rookies Dario Saric and Sean Long had career highs in scoring, leading Philadelphia over desperate Chicago. Saric scored 32 points, extending his double-digit points streak to 22 games, the longest by a rookie this season. He added 10 rebounds. Sean Long, playing in his 9th career game, had 18 points and 7 rebounds. The 76ers were playing without injured post players Jahlil Okafor and Joel Embiid, 2 of their recent high draft picks. Embiid had knee surgery on Friday and is out for the season, while Okafor, knee soreness, is questionable for Sunday at Indiana. The Bulls remained even with Detroit, which lost at Orlando, for 9th place in the Eastern Conference. Jimmy Butler led the Bulls with 36 points, 11 assists and 7 rebounds.